Hey everybody, it's Mickey, and in today's video we are cleaning the kitchen. So today is one of those busy days where I will be in and out of the house, so I have broken up this cleaning our kitchen into a bunch of manageable, smaller jobs so I can fit them in as I am in and out throughout the day. I have a big cup of ice water ready and I have my phone for some tunes, so let's get started. With all of my big cleaning jobs, I like to start at the very top of the room and work my way down. So I am starting with wiping down my cabinets, and for this I am using my favorite microfiber mitt from the dollar store. The first big job for today is to clean my stovetop grates. Every couple of months I use the trick about putting my grates in a bag overnight with some ammonia, and I'll show you just how I do it. Here in this close-up you can see some of the grime that has built up over the last month or so. My stove is about 10 years old, and I think the older it gets, the quicker it gets in this condition. So what you're going to need is a large type of bag. Here I am using a kitchen garbage bag, but you can also use those large Ziploc bags. You will also need just about any brand of ammonia that you can find at your store. This one I found at Home Depot. All you do is put your stove grate inside of the bag, and you're going to add about a half a cup of ammonia. Seal it up tight and let it soak for about 10 or 12 hours. I like to keep mine outside overnight. Meanwhile, I spray the top of my stove down with some water, alcohol, and Dawn liquid soap, and I let that sit for a while to loosen up all those little bits that have been burned on. Next, I start clearing off my countertops so that I can wipe them down really good. In the information section down below, I will leave the recipe for my homemade granite cleaner that I use all the time to clean off my counters. I have it all mixed up here in this little spray bottle that I found at the Target dollar spot. So once the counters are all cleaned off is when I put all of my Raid Done collectibles that I have on my countertops into the sink for a really good wash in some warm soapy water. Once everything is all clean, it all goes back to where it belongs. Back over to my stovetop, I am using a microfiber cloth that I found at the dollar store to wipe everything down. I finished up the whole process using an e-cloth, which I found on Amazon. I will leave a link to them down below. They are a chemical-free cleaning cloth. You just use water, and they're like 99% antibacterial. These things are great. By this time it is much later in the day, and it's time to take our grates out of the bag. My hubby rinses them off really well in the backyard with the hose, and then I take them inside and give them a quick dip in some warm soapy water. The ammonia fumes in the sealed bag really do a great job to just melt the grime off of the grates. Everything is clean and smooth, and it brings my 10-year-old stove back to life. If you guys would like to see a video on how I clean the inside of my oven, go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up, and I will be sure to include it in an upcoming video. Next, I head outside to wipe down the outside of my windows. For the outside portion of this job, I always use my Spray Wave foaming cleaner and some paper towels. On the inside, I like to use my e-cloth, especially for windows, and I just use a little bit of vinegar and water. Next on my list is wiping down my bottom cabinets. Now these cabinets here are usually dirtier because I do a lot of cooking in this area. So I use my DIY multi-purpose cleaner, which is just a mixture of some warm water and a couple teaspoons of Dawn liquid soap. I use this same multi-purpose cleaner to wipe down my table and chairs. As you can see, I started this job much earlier in the afternoon but didn't finish it till late in the night. That just seems the way it goes sometimes. You really have to fit in all those little jobs when you have the time, and sometimes you don't get a minute until almost before bedtime. The last job of the day is cleaning my kitchen floor, and for this I use a DIY cleaner. I will leave a link in the description box to a printable that has all of my recipes for all the homemade cleaners that I use. And with that, I am done for the day and the kitchen is all clean. So thank you so much for watching today. If you are new here, I hope you will take a minute to subscribe. I put out videos every week on all things home, and we would love to have you as part of our YouTube family. So until I see you in that next video, I hope you love the life that you have, and I will see you again soon. Bye!